Asking, come visit the Liberal Cafe today. Either way, you're paying for it. Last 7 minutes of the program, Bold Republic is on the radio. My name is Glenn Woods. The Dan stuck his head in the door real quick, and he's got a good point. You should be able to make an argument to the environmentalists. Hey, we're shipping low sulfur coal over to these Asian countries, and they should be in favor of that. The environmentalists should love it, but no, because they just go back to, well, the CO2 and climate change and global warming. But he's right. I mean, they should really want, if they're going to burn coal, and they're going to burn our coal, they should want us to sell it. Judy's in Casper hanging on the line. What you got for me, Judy?
Hey, I was listening to your show a little bit. Two things. Okay, down, I don't know if you've ever been to Georgia or Kentucky or whatever like that.
I'm a Southern boy, yes.
Yep, me too. My parents are down in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. But I would watch when we moved down there, these coal trains coming through, and a lot of it does fall off and falls on the ground. Mm-hmm. Man, you'd see those hillbillies picking those chunks up like nobody's business because they were taking it on and putting it in their stoves.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
It's
free coal. Hey, let me tell you something I used to do in northern Florida, which I love doing this. Around the Gainesville, Florida, Ocala, Florida area, they grow watermelons there. So they would take these big school buses that have retired, and just behind the driver, they cut the back end off to make it look like a huge pickup truck.
Okay.
And they load watermelon into the back of the sucker, and that's how they get it from the fields to the market. Well, all you got to do is know what turns to look for, because sometimes they load them kind of high, and they make a turn, and watermelons will roll out and down into a ditch. So I would just keep an eye on for the ditches there, and every so often, if it didn't break open, I'd get a free watermelon that rolled out of the truck.
Yeah, and think of the second part of this.
Yeah.
Okay, air does not stay in place now, does it?
No.
Air is constantly moving strictly by weather.
Yeah.
So whether we're burning it over here or they're burning it in Asia, they're still claiming the climate thing.
Right.
Okay, so why is the United States being held so accountable for this green and global warming and all of that, when other countries, they don't have the EPA?
Well, okay, I can tell you part of the reason why, and this is where they're wrong about this. They look at the CO2 level. And remember, these are the people that actually think that CO2 is pollution. And they even make the mistake of calling it CO2. Well, yeah, they even make the mistake of calling it carbon pollution. Now, you and I know that that's not true. It's not possible that CO2 is pollution. Without it, there is no life on this planet. It doesn't exist.
There's not so much as a tsetse fly bug.
That's right. So that's what they give us a hard time for. Well, United States produces so much CO2, it doesn't matter. I mean, you live in Wyoming with me. I'm up here in Gillette. I'm surrounded by open pit coal mines and coal-fired power plants. And, I stepped outside earlier today and looked up in the sky and noticed how blue and clear it was. And when it snowed, by the way, it's going to snow tomorrow, Judy. We're going to get hit again. We're not going to get off-colored snow. If the snow is yellow, it's because somebody had to relieve themselves. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to talk to Mike Decker over Worland. He's got so many chemtrails, it's not even funny up there.
Okay. Are you going to be in Cheyenne, Wyoming for the Tea Party thing?
I am certainly trying. And the reason I called you, you and I have talked quite a few times now. And when our new commission came on board back in January, one of the first things they did, because they don't like us talking at the lectern, is they pulled it out of there.
Oh, God.
So they left us this little bitty table and a microphone for the last 8 months. Well, I wasn't going to stand for that, and neither were a couple of my partners. And yesterday, I guess Matt Keating, our county commissioner, finally had enough. And he said, look, if I have to go hunt this lectern down, it's coming back in the room.
Yeah.
And it's a good victory for us because we shouldn't have to fight for such pettiness.
No, you shouldn't.
I mean, they pulled it out of there because they didn't want people standing up there and feeling comfortable and putting their, papers up on this, like a podium in a church or, when you go to a rally or whatever. And they pulled it out of there. And we thought, you know what, how petty is that? So we started the ball rolling on it about 8 months ago. Well, finally, commissioners, at least 3 of them, lightened up and said, you know what, this is baloney that, we even pulled it out of the room. We're going to bring it back because that's where it's been for the last 70 years. So we want a tremendous victory, whether it's big or small in most people's eyes. It's still a victory.
Yeah.
That we've got the ears of the commissioners going, wait a minute, we're not going to go for this petty stuff.
Right. And that's exactly what it is, petty stuff. You know what? Your town needs what so many other towns in America really need. And the answer is those people that are sitting up there on the commission just need to be rotated out. And
definitely.
Yeah. Well, the hard part is finding people who are willing to run and take the job. There's plenty of people.
When you run, they character assassinate you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and a lot of people can't stand up to the scrutiny of that, Glenn,
right.
or they're singled out and they're targeted, whether it be code enforcement or building permits or, the IRS suddenly comes knocking on your door. It takes a lot of stamina to do this. And we've grown from just one doing, bringing subjects up to almost 5 of us now.
Right.
So we're starting to back each other up little by little. And it's beginning to work. Well, anyway, I won't keep you. I just wanted to tell you my coup for the week.
Nope.
We
Thanks
got
for
our
calling in.
Back. Yay.
Yeah. Well, I hope to see you in Cheyenne this Saturday. I hope you can make it.
Yeah, we're going to certainly try to get down. I put it on my calendar, and I think Jennifer Young said she'd go too if I went.
All right.
She'd grab me on the way. So.
All right. Thanks for calling. Hope to see you then.
All right. You guys have a good day.
And that's it, folks. We'll do it all again on Wednesday. Same time, same radio stations, and other such stuff we broadcast on.